Well, good morning. Leroy McFall here. Here it is, Saturday, 20 February 2021. Mighty cold outside. So what we're going to do today is I'm going to cook up something I've titled Breakfast Supreme. And the Breakfast Supreme's got a lot of good healthy stuff in it. And it's done in this nice looking little bowl here. And I'll put it in the microwave and microwave it. So not only is it a healthy breakfast and has a lot of healthy stuff in it, but you can use your power source that doesn't quite use as much electricity as, let's say, putting it in the oven. Now, I've tried it before and it works out real good, so I'll be going through this quickly. The supplies I need, of course, is a Pyrex bowl. This is I think a 7 by 6 bowl Pyrex, and flour, baking powder. I use a whole wheat flour. If you like the other kind of flour better, then use that. I will be going over the mixtures as I put them in. So the first thing I'm going to mix up will be the flour mix. I'll be making a slurry or a thick mixture. Now the whole wheat flour, 3 heaping scoops of tablespoons full of flour will be more than sufficient for mixing up the slurry. And you'll need a teaspoon, level teaspoon of baking powder. So you want it to rise a little bit. So you mix that up, of course, real good. Alright, I've moved this and I've mixed up my flour mixture with my baking powder. Now, using Almond Breeze, I use that for my milk substance. I'm going to put 3 tablespoons, 3 level taste, of course it's got to be level, but it's a liquid. 3 tablespoons of almond milk in there, and then I'll start making my slurry. And then we'll get on with the next substance after we get that mixed up. We'll mix this up, but we'll shut the camera down while we do that so it won't burn up so much video time. Okay, I've mixed this up well. Now I'm going to add 3 eggs. 3 eggs in here, and the whole eggs. Sometimes I do it with egg whites, but not in this mixture, because when you make it, it'll blow up. It'll be enough for 2 people. So actually what you're getting is 1.5 eggs a person. If you're worrying about the yellow being unhealthy, then just use egg whites. You can actually put as many eggs in this mixture as you want. The eggs are going to help the binding with the flour. Okay, mixing up the eggs in with the flour is a task that needs to be beat well into the slurry. And of course my chemical friends, my Army chemical friends, would probably question, what kind of slurry do I have in here? However, it is a flour baking powder with a milk slurry that's thick, and with the eggs in, it's still thick, but you got to beat those eggs into that slurry. They don't mix readily without some massage. So okay, that's ready. That's ready to add the health food. Okay, we're going to start adding the health food. Health food, of course, it includes garlic powder, chili powder, onion powder. So we're going to put a tablespoon of each of these in here. You may want less. I'm big on garlic and onions. And in fact, I'll be cutting up some onions to put in here to add to something to chew that gives great health, and it really tastes good. Also be putting tomatoes in, diced tomatoes. Now what I do, which I'll show you. Now first off, I need to get these items mixed in well with the slurry mix. Okay, now I've got the slurry mix, and anybody that's a real cook could probably call that batter. So I could call it batter too, I guess. For my Army buddies, it's slurry. But next I'm going to add the tomato mix. So the tomato mix will be mixed in to it real well, and it's 15-ounce can of, you can use crushed or diced. In fact, this time I have chosen to use crushed. And of course, anybody knows me and where I come from, Red Gold is the tomato canning factory in my hometown of Elwood, Indiana, that makes this mighty good stuff. Well, chop me up some yummy old onions, because I want a heap of those onions in there. So that will be going into the mixture. I'll tell you what, you can get a lot of good health out of putting plenty of onion and garlic if you're like me. Okay, got my batter, my slurry here, and I'm going to add my onions. Boy, that's good. Those onions sure make it taste good. And I'll mix those in well too, if I can get them in my hand without getting them all over the floor. And what I'm going to do now is mix this in well. Okay, it's all mixed in. The onions is mixed in well. And as I look through my list, just double check, make sure I've got everything I want in there. You can add more. I've got 3 large eggs, a tablespoon of, or 3 tablespoons of almond milk, a teaspoon of baking powder, of course the whole wheat flour, 3 tablespoons of that, a cup of chopped onions, a tablespoon of garlic, onion, and chili powder. And I'm going to put it in the microwave, and I'm going to cook it for approximately 15 minutes. So let's do that. Let's get it to cook. Meanwhile, back on the ranch, I'm going to suck up on coffee. I'm waiting for my breakfast supreme to cook. 15 minutes, remember, and we'll see if this thing is worth looking at. I'm sure it's going to be worth eating. So we're going to take this thing out of here and see if it's worth looking at. Well, looks like it could be. Did you see that? I'm not sure. Okay, let's take the lid off. Maybe you can see it better. Oh, it looks like it really is pretty. It's split, of course, and you can cover it with anything you want. As you can see, it's baked kind of like a cake or something, but it's very healthy and nutritious, and that's exactly what we wanted. Now, you can cover it with anything else you want, ketchup, mustard, hot sauce, or whatever is to your liking. Cut it in half. You have half of it, and your partner has another half. So that's a real functional meal. And come on, guys, get off the couch, get your breakfast, make some healthy. Stay away from all the little sicknesses that come up from not eating healthy. And let's get out there and get some meals made. Happy that you watched it. Hope that gives you some ideas to really become functional cooking your own meals. My belief is a man should know how to cook. Should not rely on anybody else around to cook your meal and make sure it's a healthy meal. Unlike many times we ate a lot of M&Ms and candy bars and things like that in the field. So, breakfast supreme. Thank you.